Now that we've taken a look at the command line version of a packet capture utility, let's look at the graphical version of it, and that's Wireshark. So it's given me an error because I'm running as root. I actually have to run as root because if I'm going to capture packets, I need administrative access, but it's going to complain at me because there are some potential risks in doing this. If there's a vulnerability in your packet capture utility at Wireshark specifically here, you run the risk of putting your system in a place where it could be compromised. Here we've got Wireshark. We've got a number of panes here, and let's just start off with the capture pane. We're going to look at the interface list. There's only one interface on this system. If I click the checkbox here and click Start, I will immediately do a packet capture on that particular interface. I can also select any one of these and then just click Start here. Same sort of thing. Immediately, I am getting my list of packets. So you can see all of the packets. Now, the nice thing about Wireshark, what I've got here is a very nice organization. I've got the frame number, I've got the time that it came in on the source and destination IP address, I've got the protocol, I've got the length of the frame, and then I've got some basic information about the frame. This may be all that you need. So you can see that we've got the port information here. It originated on port 50,236 and is going to the rsync port. And this happens to be an ACK message, and I've got the ACK number and the sequence number as well as the window size here. I may actually want more information than that, though. So if I go down to this lower frame here, I've got my frame information. And then I've got my Ethernet 2 information, which is the source and destination MAC address. And it tells me that this is actually an IP packet. And so I can look at the IP header. If I open that up, I've got the version, I've got all of the IP header information. And then finally, I've got the TCP header, and then any data that's associated would be at the very bottom. Now, you'll notice at the bottom, what we've got is the raw hexadecimal dump of everything. And if I were to select some header field up here, it would immediately highlight the actual hexadecimal value down at the bottom. In this case, the 4 is actually the version, and then the 5 is actually the header length. So you'll see if I select both of these, it's pointing to the same byte value. As I start clicking through here, you'll see the selection starting to change. This total length is 2 bytes. It's these 2 bytes down here. I've got the ability to do filters. I can do ip.addr equals, let's say 172.30.42.13, for instance. I hit enter. It filters based on that IP address. All I'm seeing now is something to or from that IP address. So I can now clear that filter out. I could say, for example, IP, and that's only going to show me IP packets. I can say UDP. That should only show me UDP messages. So you'll see now I've just got UDP messages here. I can do a number of filters, and you can do filter builders. You could use expression here. It'll give you field names. You can start selecting the field names, then the relation, and then give values. So you can build your own filters there as well. So when I'm done capturing, I just click the stop there. Now I could save it, or I could just close it, which is what I'm going to do. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to go to open. And I want to open the one that we had done previously. So I need to go to the home directory here and find my home so that I can find the PCAP that we had stored here. So this is the PCAP that we had created using TCP dump. You'll see it can be easily opened here in Wireshark because it's all just packet capture stuff. We've got a packet capture that we had created here, and now we've got, looks like there was a filter that was being applied. So this is the entire packet capture. We've got our list of all of our frames that looks exactly the same as the one that we were doing live here. And we can look at information in exactly the same way. You'll see there were 2,476 packets. That a displayed value is the same. If I were to do a filter, it would show you the number of packets that were displayed as a result of the filter. TCP dump is great for storing on disk if you've got a console. Wireshark is fabulous if you want to actually do some analysis, and you can do captures with it as well, but really being able to look into each of the frames here and start digging into the information to see what's really going on as you are sending information across the wire. Very, very powerful.